Well, it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's back to be an IndyCar night on iRacing. Hello again, everybody. We have a massive 53-32 strength of field race ahead of you tonight here on P1 Broadcasting. This is coverage of round 4, week 4 of season 1 of 2025 of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, coming to you from Dover Motor Speedway. It's just me and LGN in the booth. Luis Gonzalez Nunez, welcome to Dover, my friend. And man, are we going to have one heck of a race on our hands. Not only do we have strength of field, but a challenging racetrack. And we've already heard some pre-race reports that this might just be a race where we see a lot of stuff happen that we don't see happen in very many races. We might just see problems with engines.
Wow, yeah, we really have the report, and there is going to be a tough race, and especially in this tough oval. So it's going to be difficult for everyone, especially how, for example, Clendy mentioned on his track guy, the entry, the exit of the pit lane. He mentioned also about the incident, and Pablo mentioned also too the incident when one of the guy exited the pit lane and he went to the line of the track line, and he collected to Pablo by accident. So it's gonna be tough, but I believe it. Here we have a good people, good hands, especially no like the other one. So we have I don't want to say professional, but semi-professional people. They know how to drive it around. And for sure, Dover is hard. You know what has happened the first time when the IRL coming to Dover. So
yes, we do.
I hope it's not happen like that time. But Dover is a tough race.
Well, last time we were here, ladies and gentlemen, back on the old channel, it turned into a fuel mileage race, and Nelson Messias did a stint of 70 laps to bring his car home as the winner in a very exciting race. I don't know what to expect here again for this one. There goes Robert Malechka to the top. That's to be expected. But maybe we might see some unexpected. But it's very early. It's tough to tell. We hear from the other reports, and then we get to the top split race. Everyone is nice and well behaved, and we end up having a caution-free event. I will say, and I'll show you this here in the opening when we do the starting lineup, is that the tracks that we're going to see the speeds that you're going to qualify here. But keep in mind, the lap times here are in the neighborhood of 20 seconds or so to turn a single lap. So 100 laps here is going to go by really, really quickly. Let's get a starting lineup in here because we only have one lap before we go green. And we'll bring that to you right now. So we're going to bring up the starting grid, but I'm going to show you these times first. Malechka, 18 flat. Pinero, 18 flat. Shadid, 18.1. Clendy, 18.1. What is that? Was that translate to? Oh, here you go. 2:02.7 on a 1 mile high banked oval for Malechka. 2:02.7 for Pinero. 2:02.5 for Shadid. 2:02.4 for Clendy. Clendy didn't think he'd be doing that well. He's kind of pulling the Murphy on us as he, not old and slow, but inexperienced and slow today. Nope, he's going to qualify 4th in row 2. It is Kraus and Ward in row 3. Richards and Campbell back in row 4. Mitchell and Castro in row 5. Moving on, it is Newsom and Francis in row 7. Alexander and Murphy, in row 6. Alexander and Murphy, teammates in row 7. Taylor and Collins back in row 8. Roberts and Wetz in 9. And Estrada and Blocker coming back from row 10. Blocker putting a pedestrian 188 flat on the board to qualify 20th. Let's see what he has planned. And then Alex Vanasan and Gonzalez are going to do the worst for first challenge back on row 11. 22 cars are making the field here. And there you see the weather conditions, 118 degrees track temperature. Keep in mind that translates a little bit differently in terms of the way it reacts here on concrete.
Yeah, it's a. I don't know what to say, but the last time when I went over here, I get dizzy. I get like too much speed around, and then my eyes and my sensitive is getting adapting after maybe 30 laps. I don't remember how many laps we did. I think it's 150, and that time in one of the leagues I participated, was Mark Wagner won the race and somebody else around, but I got third. So it's very tough, right?
Here we go, getting ready to go racing for 100 laps at the Monster Mile. IndyCar has been here 3 times before, 2 most recently in 80, 98, and 99. And we'll talk about the very first visit back in the late 60s. Here we go, green flag in turn 4, and we are racing here at Dover. Kraus making a move there early.
Ooh, 3 wide on the
We
back.
are 3 wide in the back there. Oh, contact, and that is Andre Castro, and he got hit. That was some really weird net code. Really weird net code.
Oh,
Watch this. He's on. Was that Pablo underneath him?
Mitchell. Dave Mitchell.
And then he gets to Mitchell, and Pablo kind of gets in the back of Mitchell a little bit. Wow, half a car distance and net code. We've seen some really strange episodes of netcode here since Sunday.
But
wow.
But look at that again. So is Pablo make a contact on Mitchell? Mitchell slides a little bit and make a contact with the car when we saw Castro. Just he get a little bit contact on Pablo on Mitchell.
Oh, we are under caution early here now for Dover.
So the first race we have it this week on Monday. 4.6. We have I'll tell you now 3 cautions. So yeah. So maybe we can expect a little bit, maybe 2 more or maybe 1 more to the end.
Here are the points coming into today, and Tony Bizzarro, after 4 weeks, is your points leader with 875 points over Robert Molechka and Brian Campbell. Ty Quilla 4th, Clindy 5th, Pablo Diaz-Francis PDF there in 6th, Jacob Collins is 7th, Stephen Lee 8th, Taylor 9th, and Seb Alexander in 10th. And you see the remainder of the top 20. Pretty good showing for Rogue Racing in the top 7 there. 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers for them. We did not pay attention to see if any takers the pit road early. We are still under caution.
From Blocker to the end. So Blocker, Taylor, Sanders, Wex, and Estrada make the pit lane. Also,
yeah, Blocker, Taylor, Van de Sant, Wetz. That's right. You're right. You call that good. Estrada and Castro is now showing as being repaired to the pits. Actually, someone hitting pit road right now. It's Michael Gonzalez. So he's going to come down for topping off the tanks. Remember, they do have tire limits here in the Fix Series. 3 sets of tires, 2 in the pits, 1 in the car. Castro has withdrawn. Lights are out on the pace car. To date, USAC and IndyCar visited Dover 3 times. The first time was back in 1969. Uncle Bobby sat on the pole with a speed of 155.2. In the race, Uncle Bobby's car only lasted 3 laps, and he finished dead last. The winner was Art Pollard, and his only IndyCar win, powered by a Plymouth engine. The only win for Plymouth in IndyCar racing. The victory was the first and only for Plymouth and Pollard. And actually, second win for Pollard. He won earlier at Milwaukee. in a different engine, but only 2 cars of the 22-car field finished on the lead lap in Dover for that first appearance, with Gordon Johncock and Pollard as he owes only 2 cars. Green flag in the air. Here we go again. Lindy's going to fill in that space down low. Pinero up high. Right now, Malechka on the very defensive position down low. Fastest lap that time, Blocker, 194.1. So now Pinero down low, going to follow through Robert Malechka. Clindy's going to be up high. Malechka that time fastest lap. Newsom fastest lap as it's getting reset all over the place. Meanwhile, the top, 10? You can throw a blanket over them. Top 11 throw a blanket over them. They're all about a second separating from first to 11th. Here comes Krause. Here comes Shadid, Ward, and Richards side by side. Pablo Diaz-Francis up 3 spots. Adam Blocker, he's up 6. There he is. He's on the backside of Murph.
Oh, somebody blinking over there. Oh, Campbell.
Campbell.
Yep.
Oh, look at this group now. Whoa. So we're going to pop in with one of these guys. Let's pop in. And I shouldn't say guys because we've got Alexis Newsom in here. Let's pop in Alexis's car and see what she sees. There's no place to go. There we see Krause making a aggressive move down to the bottom. Now, back when the IRL did come here, they initially did test here in excess of 200 miles an hour. They put a lot of downforce. They regulated a lot of downforce for their very first race to the point that the speeds were more in the 180 range. Still, it's about 30 miles per hour faster than what the Cup cars were doing at the time. In preparation for the IndyCar races here on this Dover track, which was then concrete, Dover did a diamond grind of the entire racetrack to smooth it up a little bit for the Indy cars. A lot of good it did for the Indy cars, and I say that with a lot of sarcasm because it was still extremely rough. Although the Winston Cup drivers at the time loved it. Jimmy Spencer at the time said the track has never been better after the Indy cars went there. And it was so bumpy in the 98 race that Tony Stewart's dashboard that was stuck to the bottom of his cockpit there fell off onto his lap in the middle of the race. Here's Newsom to the inside of Dave Mitchell. No place to go. And when you're following in this draft here, you got to be cognizant of the condition of these engines. We've heard that there have been situations where engines have been blown. And driving in these, even in the draft in these Indy cars, as you know, in the stock cars, if you're in a draft, it will impact engine temperature. Same thing here. And we're understanding the setup for these cars, the side pods of these are pretty well plugged.
Wow. With all of the blinking with the Campbell, Blocker make the move inside. And remember me in Texas.
$18 of 100 already in the books. Let's get the weather off there as well.
And Campbell is gonna pull over. Maybe not pull over. Yeah, it's gonna pull over. It's blinking too much.
Oh, and he's going to the inside, spinning out a little bit. And he makes contact with the wall. That's gonna hurt him in the points, especially with the big strength of field. There is a lot of wind and weather right now, also in the Midwest with the snow that came through. So infrastructure for the internet is suffering as a result. Malechka, Clindy, Pinero, Krause, your top 4. Trey Shadid is 5th. And that high side is just never going to work. Clindy's working on it, though. Oh, Seb Alexander smacks the wall. Coming off a 2. You got to watch the exit these corners. It just really runs out. And if you look behind Kraus, it looks like it's the start of the race. It's 2 by 2 by 2 by 2.
I don't know if you mentioned about the track weather on the track is 128. They're still good, people.
Josh Ward to the inside on Kraus. Here comes Alexis Newsom. Alexis did pretty well at the Kansas race on the Indy Open broadcast on Monday with Murph and Clindy. And the winner of that race, a little bit further on back, Alex Van de Sande in 14th to the high side of his well, not his teammate, that was Matt Taylor. But his teammate's not too far ahead of him, 2 cars in front of him, right there with Blocker. That black and blue car. Mitchell going to the back.
Mitchell almost lost it, yeah. Went loose on turn 2 over there.
And keep in mind, this camera pack probably is not optimized for Indy cars or cars as fast as Indy cars on this track.
They're too fast, no?
Really, these cuts are fast. It's like watching WWE. You know? If you enjoy P1's coverage of the IndyCar, of the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series, Tuesday Night Top Split, and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you do us a solid there by, if you're unable to donate to the broadcast, be sure to do the next best thing and be sure to support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash the like and ring the bell so you'll miss out on the future, next future P1 iRacing broadcast, which is tomorrow night. It'll be the start of Season 7 of the Formula Indy Series. That's right, the All-Road Series is back. It's going to have a couple ovals in the lineup this season, but the All-Road Standing Start IR18 Series is back for a 12-race season starting tomorrow. Mitch Welker is the defending champion there.
Could you imagine put all of these champions, all of this private league, and put in one race?
We almost have that right now.
But it's like you mentioned this guy. I never heard it before.
Mitch Welker.
And there's like yeah. Maybe. No, but it's not regular in this.
No, it's been a while since we see Mitch in a fixed series race or an oval series race. But yeah, it's showed up before. Tanner Richards moving up to 9th.
Actually, he have a contact on the blocker, and iRacing give it to the favor and put back the front wing.
Everyone's being very well behaved. There's not a lot of pinching going on. Everyone's giving everybody room. Of course, you always got to be cognizant of netcode in these cars. But as Molechka, Pinero, Clindy, PDF now up 8 spots to 4th. Bill Kraus, PK's in 5th. Newsom 6th. Josh Ward 7th. Shadid 8th. Tanner Richards 9th. Blocker in 10th. and a car ducking to the inside, getting out of the way.
No. Oof. I saw his
That Campbell? Yeah, that's Campbell.
Yeah, but blocked the tires. I thought he's gonna come in on the track, but he did well.
Yeah, he's having just a bad day. But he hopes next week's not a bad one, because we return to round 2 of the P1 Triple Crown Challenge next week at Indy. Of course, he won the opening Triple Crown Jewel race a couple weeks ago.
Fontana.
Yep. Alex Van de Sande up 9 spots. Blocker up 10. Those are your biggest gainers right there. As well as Pablo Diaz-Francis. Giving you an idea of kind of what it would look like from the stands here. And it's just like that. They are off in the 1 through 2, now down the backstretch. PDF on the outside of Clindy. Newsom and Ward side by side. Oh, PDF slides across the nose of PK. Big run off the corner there for Newsom. Back up front is Robert Malechka. It's pretty much led them all. Pinero second, Clindy third, PDF. And right in front of them, they're going to have Brian Campbell again. He is trying to make laps here. But it's having connection issues. Starting to get some separation between cars as these tires are starting to wear off a little bit. Matt Taylor and Alex Van de Sande in a battle back here for 12th and 13th. Here's a run by Taylor.
Oh, they should be coming on lap 16.
Yeah, we're expecting somewhere in the 60s, or maybe even a little bit before, if they want to cut the race in half, possibly. The track record is held by Mark Dismore. The speed of 182.6. The career wins leaders here. Besides Art Pollard with 1 win is Scott Sharp and Greg Ray. They've won both those races in 98 and 99. But IndyCar races at Dover historically are races of attrition. As mentioned, 22 cars in that first race. Also 22 cars in 98. Only 10 cars finished those races, while 13 of 23 were left running at the end of 99. So it is a true drive to survive race here. The main reason that IndyCar doesn't come back is that, well, really, according to the car owners back in the day, the only people getting rich after the Dover races were G-Force and Dallara the next morning, as parts orders for spare parts were made to the manufacturers, replaced all the damaged cars that happened during the race. And there we see Campbell staying high, trying to stay out of everyone's way there as the leaders go underneath him. Oh, contact!
I knew it. Really, I really thinking about that.
Oh, and blocker involved.
Oh,
and blocker's damaged. Oh, it's Seb Alexander. And Alex Van de Sande. All right, we got to go right back. It happened right around Pablo. And it was a lot of netcode. A lot of netcode. Watch this. So, PDF, well, there was netcode. No, there wasn't much netcode. Tanner Richards everyone trying to slow down and just getting, yeah, even Matt Taylor getting into that.
I think Matt Taylor gets safe. He break, he don't lose nothing.
Tracia
To be honest,
did dodge the bullet, but we're going to be right at the midway point. Everyone's going to come to pit road. But again, Pablo, I think, washed up a little bit on Brian. We'll watch this again, and we'll watch from we'll go to Brian's car. He's up out of the way. So there go the leaders, just trying to stay high. He's giving everybody room right there.
I really thinking about that. I really thought about that. I said, okay, everybody pass.
Let's go up to Josh. Yeah, let's go up to Josh Ward here, and you just watch. Just right. Okay, let's go back a little bit to PK. So let's go to Kraus here, and we get a real good look at it. And I think what happened is that Pablo might have got dirty air and wasn't able to hold the bottom like he has been, and kind of washes up into the side of Brian Campbell. But unfortunately, that took out about 5 cars behind him.
I think he made the corner too high, and then when he tried to put the car on straight, and well. But yeah, I thinking about it. It's like, okay, it's coming him, it's coming that. Okay, good. Poor Pablo. He's going to catch in the middle of the corner. And
it looks like day done for Alexander. He's missing right front. Same thing. We got a tire that doesn't have very good camber on the right front of Alex Van de Sant. Adam Blocker on pit road, no nose. Pablo Diaz-Francis also on pit road looking for some repairs. Matt Taylor did, looks like, did he stop? He stopped at 53, so he did get the service and his car looked at. He is rejoining. He will be back in 15th. But Blocker, Pablo Diaz-Francis, Adam Van de Sant, Seb Alexander, and Brian Campbell all involved in that incident. We're getting ready to go green this time by now. And lap 55. So we are already halfway through. Thanks for joining us. Green flag in the air. It is Malechka, Pinero, Kraus, Clinworth, and Newsom, your top 5. Now Pinero goes to the inside. Lexus almost up into the wall off of 2 there. If you are just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split coming to you from Dover. We've completed 56 of now 100 laps. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, like to monetarily support us. We do this for free for the community. Please donate to our 2025 broadcast fund. Link is in the description. You realize times are tough, so any contribution you make will be greatly appreciated. Side by side, Clindy and Newsom. Right behind them, Josh Ward. Tanner Richards hanging tough right now. He's back there right behind that duo. Fred Roberts up into the top 10. He's going underneath Jacob Collins.
Coming fast.
Yeah. And we have heard that new tires make all the difference here. He stopped on 53. Everybody actually stopped on 53. Watching, he's going to take a look underneath Trace. Looking out of the rear of Trace's car. Brent Roberts going to get a nose there. Almost a run.
The thing is, okay, you don't have nothing to lose over here. But the thing is, you're gonna pass Chadid and Chadid, and then what? Just took it over there because you have all of these guys. And
yeah, it's like the start of the race. And actually, PK is now moved up. He is now on the outside of his teammate. PK second in the Pro Series Championship. In fact, if anyone needs a loan, we know that guy is a little bit richer. Hit him up. Robert Malechka. Oh, everyone gives him a little bit of extra room. So many championships in this group right here. Robert Malechka, Midi, IndyCar Oval Series and Fixed Series championships. Former ERL champion. Kraus on the podium in the Pro Series. Clinworth on the podium for the Oval Series. Pinero defending ERL champion. Josh Ward defending Votive Series champion. Alexis Newsom, former Indy 500 winner.
And also Lionhair, the Speedway Series champion.
Yeah, Speedway Series champion. Yeah, that's correct.
Phil Krause was the last IndyCar champion.
The broadcast IndyCar races? Yep.
The Lionhair.
Yeah. You're right. Absolutely. So a lot of champions here in the top 5. Top 6. And then we got Tanner Richards, who we're just learning a lot about. Well, welcome to the top split, Tanner. This whole group right here back to Estrada, 1.7 seconds. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Great camera shot. Sounds of the racetrack.
So Shadid complained on Mitchell because it's going close and close to him.
Yeah, running out of room. 70 of 100. Action is so fast. We're just kind of picking battles and watching as these cars turning laps. We'll tell you. We'll actually show you last lap times. Yeah, right in the 200 mile per hour neighborhood. 196 for the leaders. 197 for Newsom. Fastest lap of the race is an 18 flat by Blocker before he was taken out. But it was right around, that's about a 200. In fact, I can show you that here. Fastest lap, Blocker 2:03.6 as a race lap. Top 15 all together on the racetrack. And we look a little bit further back, we got a lot of big names. Murphy, Collins, Estrada. We're talking regulars in the top split at the back of this pack. I think they're just kind of biding their time, seeing what's going to happen. It's not going to be a fuel mileage race. Everyone pitting at 53, pretty much going to ensure everyone's going to get to the finish with that one stop. I think kind of what those guys in the back are expecting is a big pileup. It's Malechka, Kraus, Pinero, Clendy, Newsom, Ward, Richards, Mitchell now. Taylor, who we thought might have had a damaged car, he is now up to 9th. Tracy did 10th. Chris Wetz in his first appearance here in the top split broadcast. He's up 7 spots to 11th. Welcome. Here's Tanner Richards on the outside of Alexis Newsom.
see Pinheiro and Clendy going too close for 2 or 3 laps.
Oh, Clendy might actually clip the apron a little bit, but he keeps it under control. Here comes Ward underneath Clendy. Clendy can't quite shut the door. There's too much of Ward's car there. Now he can shut the door. Ward side by side with Pinheiro. Behind him, it is Richards and Newsom side by side. Right behind them, it is Mitchell and Taylor side by side as we're getting a little nippy now coming off the corners. $20 laps to go, and this race, I told you it was going to go by quickly. It is cruising, and these next 20 laps are going to go by very quickly. I mean, here again, once again, here are the last lap times. This is in seconds, folks. 18.6. 18 seconds a lap. And put that into comparison of like when they go to Iowa. We're talking 17 seconds or so a lap. Richmond, same thing. So 18 seconds a lap here at Dover in a 1 mile oval. Richmond is a 3/4 of a mile. Not even a mile. 7/8 of a mile is what Iowa is. So that just gives you an idea how fast these cars are going here. And really, I don't think Indy cars would work here in the real world any longer. But that's why we have the virtual world where we can still come here and race. Malechka, Kraus, Clendy, Pinheiro, Richards now up to 5th, Newsom 6th, Ward, Taylor, Mitchell. They're battling for position back there. Let's go take a look at that. So they're all together. At some point, I'm going to wonder if Murph and those guys in the back are going to go for it, or they're just going to ride this thing out. This type of track, this type of racing, definitely a very acquired taste.
Oh no, it's incident on the back. Jacob
Collins in the wall. What happened with Jacob? Oh, and in the back of Murph. And almost takes out his teammate Estrada in the process. But it might be an early day done for Collins. One of the Road to Indy Pro regulars in their series.
And Murphy. Oh, Pinheiro's up on the wall. And Murphy said again, Collins again. So I don't know how many times he did on Murphy, but yeah, that's a Murphy complaint now.
Pinheiro getting in the wall a little bit. We were asked to give the ERL our top 10 power rankings for their upcoming IndyCar season. And of course, LG and I picked Pinheiro as the #1 driver going into their upcoming season here, starting in February. Whoa! He caught the apron a little bit, got a little squirrely. Alexis did a great job by recovering it. Was almost got in the back of him. Tanner Richards, now Alexis, and now Josh Ward's going to go 3 wide, or at least thinking about it. Josh was thinking about shooting the middle.
Actually, Richard in my camera lost the wheel.
12 to go. It is Malechka, it is Kraus, it is Clendy. When are the gloves going to come off? And Malechka, or excuse me, Pinheiro and Newsom. Newsom's got a great way of diving the car into the corners, getting a lot of speed in the middle.
Down, Collins over there.
Pinheiro has found a good line up top where he gets a big run. Problem with the runs down these straights is these straights are not very long. Collins trying to get some laps in, got a repaired nose. This time he's staying low.
Oof.
Here comes Josh.
Almost Madden Chadid no, Mitchell.
Here we go, 8 to go. Malechka, Kraus, Klindy, that top three is not really changed. In fact, really the top 4 or 5 has not changed. Caution, Josh Ward. And that, well, we're gonna have some type of sprint to the finish here. But we'll see what happened to Josh Ward.
Mac Taylor, net code. Oh, look like he lose alone. He lose by himself. I don't know.
We'll see as they go. This happens going into 3. Taylor in the draft, cuts across the backside, goes to the inside, and a lot of net code. And Mitchell kind of runs through it and might have dodged a bullet. Okay, so we heard in one of the previous races from one of the previous drivers that, and there was a lot more racing time involved, that coming to pit road for a late set of tires, considering this racetrack eats right side rubber, coming to the pit road to get their last set of tires if they have them, was a good call. And will anyone opt to do that? Who do we got on pit road right now? Brent Roberts on pit road. Murphy on pit road. Estrada on pit road. Josh Ward was involved in the incident. He's on pit road. So I think we only have about 3 drivers, starting with Brent Roberts, I think, is going to be the lead driver with the fresh tires. So this could be interesting. We might only go green with about 4 to go or less. We are not an official race yet. No green-white checkers in IndyCar racing. Like I said, if you want gimmicks, go watch Monday Night Raw.
I know everybody booing Hulk Hogan yesterday. I don't understand why they didn't booing Undertaker, but it is okay.
They should just make Hulk Hogan a heel again. Just bring him out in the NWO t-shirts. Everyone's going to boo him anyways. Just make him a heel.
No. Just stay at home and just
stay at home. Don't come back.
Yeah, don't come back for just speaking for something and make a check for maybe 10,000 or something like that.
Well, we are now 5 to go. I believe lights are out on the pace car. Let's pop down into Malechka's car. Yeah, lights are out on the pace car, so we're ready to go racing again. This is great. Oh, it's going to be
crazy on. I hope it's not Estrada and Murphy and Collins get crazy on. Actually, Robert, don't get crazy because you have better tires. You have to make a clean pass and don't get crazy on that.
Yeah, 13 cars remaining right now. Actually, 14 cars. Collins' last car, he's 3 laps down, but he is running in 14th. About the same number of cars that are still running at the end of some of the IndyCar races in real life running here. So, true to life. Here we go. We're going to go green with 4 to go. So, really, we only have about 80 seconds left of racing or so, give or take. Here's Robert Malechka getting a good and early run off the corner in the middle of 3 and 4. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Malechka, Kraus, Klindy, and Pinero. Pinero to the inside of Klindy. Nice job. Oh, Klindy cuts across, but Newsom's there. He cuts across Newsom, gets it back.
What a respect on Pinheiro. He is staying high. It should be close the wall on, close the door on Klindy, but he didn't.
Well, let's go to the inside, down the backstretch. PK to the outside, trying to get a good run. Here's a big run by Pinero, but he's super high. He's going to lose a position to Newsom. At the start-finish line now, 2 to go. Fastest lap, David Mitchell, 2:06.5 that time by. Here's Brent Roberts. We see him making a run. We're coming to the white flag this time by.
Look at that, Newsom.
Newsom to the bottom of Klindy. Malechka, Kraus take the white flag. Klindy. Oh, can't get that nose any closer. There's Newsom on the bottom. Newsom's going to brute force her way by. We're going to go 3 wide down the backstretch, 3 wide into turns 3 and 4. And that's going to loosen up PK a little bit. That's going to get Malechka to win. PK second. And I think it is Newsom third.
Oh, Newsom. Oh, wow. for 0.001.
Wow, great race, gentlemen and lady.
Too nice, Piñero. Too nice. I want to say too nice. This should be close the door on Clendy, but he didn't. He went up and keep it the distance over there. So, yeah. That's why it's, I think so, for me, the best Brazilian so far in the IndyCar. The cleanest one.
Yeah, very, very well respected. That is for sure. Well, let's get today's final results in. And that was a fast race. We're not even an hour into this broadcast. Robert Maleska, the winner by 0.066 of a second over Kraus and Alexis Newsom. That is your top three. So the power teams come to play today. It is, as they call, Hyperslide for 1 and 2, and I5G for P3. Glendy in 4th, Pinero 5th, Tanner Richards 6th. Tanner's had a great 2 weeks here in the top split broadcast. Matt Taylor, let's give him a shout for being involved in that backstretch incident that took out about 5 cars. He was beaten and banged around a little bit. That one, he still brings his car home 7th. Dave Mitchell 8th. Bryn Roberts with the new tires comes home 9th. A good finish there for Bryn. Trace very quietly at top 10. Good finish for him. P10 for the day. And look at, I mean, he's still 9/10 of a second off the lead. I mean, he's right there. It's how close everybody was today. Chris Wetz in his first race here in the top split. Welcome again. He finishes 11th. Antonio Strada 12th. Murph, old and slow. I think he was expecting for a little bit more action to involve in front of him. Comes home 13th. Jacob Collins, a bit of a rough day, in 14th, but still brings the car home rolling. That's about half the battle. Josh Ward in a incident there that caused a DNF for him in 15th. Pablo Diaz-Francis 16th. Locker 17th. Alex Vandesan 18th. Alexander 19th. Campbell 20th. They were all involved in that lap 53 or so incident. Gonzalez and Castro 21 and 22. That's your 22 car field. No, it's been a while. We actually had I'm understanding we had Alexis on the Monday program, but it's been a while since I've got a chance to say hi to her. So we'll be talking with Alexis here momentarily.
You talked before with her?
I have. It was a while ago though. I think it was at maybe one of our IIS races. Back on the old channel. And she has one of the better liveries. I love the kind of the red, white, and blue graffiti look, or confetti look. Like I told Murph, I said, when Murph was looking for a livery, I was like, take a look at Alexis' car. I kind of like that. I kind of like her car.
Simple.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and check out the interview room. And there she is. We'll bring her on up and talk to her about her race. It was pretty elbows out for everybody there in the final closing stages. So we'll ask about those closing laps here. Alexis Newsom here in the booth with Gary and LGN. Alexis, congratulations. It's been a while since I got a chance to say hi and talk to you on one of the top split broadcasts. Welcome back. Good to have you here. Man, those that last little sprint, elbows were out for a lot of people. Talk about that last sprint and working your way up a couple positions to get that bottom step.
Oh, I was just taking advantage of everything I could find. Was, that's really all I could do. Like, stick my nose in whenever people moved up a little, and that's about all I could do.
How tough was it just to get positions on people? Because really, I mean, you spend half a lap in the corners here, and you really don't have a lot of straightaway to get a run on somebody to pull it into the inside. So, like, once you get it into the corner, you just gotta. We watched on some of your laps, and I noticed how you were just really kind of arcing it in and carrying a lot of speed into the corner. How difficult is it to get alongside well, it's not difficult to get alongside. We saw a lot of side-by-side racing, but it's not all getting alongside and passing someone. How difficult is it here at Dover to do that?
It can be really difficult, especially if the other person you're trying to pass has their tools set up correctly and everything and are pinching you a little like they should be. It can be really difficult to actually clear somebody because they can continue to carry so much speed on the outside. But yeah.
Well, a good week for you. Monday on the P1 broadcast with Murph and Clindy. Got a podium finish. Another podium here today. Congratulations. Any shout outs for the team or sponsors, friends, family? Anybody you want to say hi to?
Oh, well, thanks for everyone at I5G, as always. I was also in a voice call with some of the Power Slide guys, so working with them helped a lot. And I guess that's about it. It's been good talking to you, Gary. It has been a while, like you said.
Well, it's good to have you back, and we hope to see you for some more. But congratulations, and as I was saying in the lead up to the interview, you have one of my favorite liveries out there. So I always love seeing your car in the lineup, and we always can expect to see it up front. Congratulations on the P3 tonight, and we hope to see more of you in the future.
Oh, thank you very much, and thank you. I'll be back as many times as I can.
We love it. All right, take care, Alexis. All right. And we'll bring up PK here and talk to him a little bit. And here he is, Phil Kraus, the Pro Series runner-up and runner-up here today on the banks of Dover. Not very many opportunities to get up there and pass Robert. Robert just it's kind of the old IRL line here. Whoever rules the bottom kind of rules the lead. Was there any shot up on the high line of passing Robert short of him making a mistake?
Not any pass that would have stuck, no, but if there was a bit more gap to the cars behind, I probably could have built a run to maybe beat him to the line, but I think unless the tires wore on like a full 60 lap run, there wasn't really a chance to complete the move. Like, we were still having to manage engine temps in the lead even, but even with that management, I still wasn't really able to get anywhere except even with him.
Let's talk about that. You're the first to bring this up. We talked about it in the lead into the race, engine temperatures. How much did you find yourself kind of on that different page of the Pi dashboard reading those engine temps versus kind of we don't really have that page up an awful lot? How were you out there? How were the temps for you? And what did you do to really manage other than maybe breathing the engine every now and then? I know you were on the high side getting a lot of clean air, but what strategies did you use to help keep those temps down?
I mean, first off, I usually run page 2, so that actually wasn't that big of a difference. But,
okay.
Outside of that, even with the cleaner on the outside, I was overheating more running the outside because you run full bore the whole time than I was the first run running the bottom right up behind Adriano because you're able to breathe the throttle a lot more on the bottom and still maintain. But usually it was just popping it down to 4th gear, running the high revs and letting it drop for a few laps. And then you just kind of kept repeating that cycle. Because once you got the temps down, it's like, okay, I'll maybe try to do a pass for a lap. See, it's the same thing it was 20 laps ago. And realize, I'm finishing second. And then just making sure I secure the win for Rob at that point.
Well, yeah, I mean, in terms of a team day, you can't get much better than that unless you had one of the other guys finishing third. But for you, 1 and 2 for private label Team Hype and the Power Slide conglomeration of teams. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Just everyone at Power Slide Motorsport and Team Hype as always. Been with them for a few years now. Power Slide not as long, but shout out to them as always. Fun racing with that group of people.
All right, well, good to have you here. Good to see you. And, of course, the runner-up in the Pro Series. Always good to see you here in the Fixed Oval Series. We'll catch you at the next one, but congratulations on the P2 today.
Yep. Cheers, Gary.
Cheers. All right, and to the man that I think, did Robert lead every lap? I think he did.
I'll let you know.
Here, we'll take yeah, he led every lap.
Oh, yeah.
Now our overlay says 101, and so when they cross that last last time that counts for 101. But yeah, he led every stinking lap here at Dover. We'll bring him up here. So he started on the pole, led every lap, got the win, but he did not get the purple lap. That belongs to David Mitchell. So almost the grand slam for Robert. Here he is. Robert, thanks for joining us. Congratulations. A strong strength of field. So kudos and shout out to the community for showing up tonight. Another 5.2K. Big gain for you and the points, of course, for this campaign in the Oval Series. But the biggest thing that we noticed today is, dude, no one passed you. You led every single lap at a 1 mile high banked oval where Indy cars typically don't run here. And we're turning laps easily near 200 miles per hour every lap. So, you know, if green flag pit stops happened here, you would have ducked down, probably not led every single lap. But in a rarity, you led every single lap, got the pole, got the win. 3/4 of the Grand Slam achieved. Unfortunately, you didn't get the purple lap, mainly because you were out front the whole time. But amazing. Every single lap led, it was you up front.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's I wish it was as easy as it sounds, right? But it's a lot of that first stint. It's a lot of managing fuel. Just so if there is a yellow, you don't get overcut by you don't get jumped by P2 in a pit stop, because you have to wait on fuel. So really just managing fuel, and really, you know, everyone's managing temps pretty good. And just, you know, seeing where the runs come from. You know, people will drop their water temp a bit, and then they'll have an extra like 3-4 miles per hour, it seems, and their runs will be massive for a lap or two. So you just have to kind of keep looking in the mirror and watch your runs. And then, yeah, the final stint, you know, we're all on top of one another. I was a bit short on fuel, so I was kind of managing that as well. So I wasn't sure if we would have another yellow or not. So it was right on that fuel number that whole last run, and thankfully got that yellow where I was able to full push the end and secured the win.
Talking about everything happening so quickly here at Dover, 18 seconds a lap. And on top of that, you have an additional multitask item of checking those engine temps. How much did that add to the stress of racing? Not only just holding off everyone behind you, and then, of course, a number of times people getting alongside of you, always being cognizant of not getting too close for netcode. But you know, adding one more thing to the mental checklist at an 18-second lap, your mind has to be absolutely racing just as fast as the car is.
Yeah, it truly is, right? I mean, the first stint, not as difficult because, you know, we're going just a bit slower with the extra fuel weight. But as this last, 35, 40 laps, full push, not being able to lift as much to manage the temps. And it's definitely not super easy to run out front with the tools I'm running. Just car's really slidey, and if you get too low, it can quickly go on you. So, you know, I had definitely a few moments in that race where I'm like, oh boy, I might be wrecking here, but we're able to catch those, and I gotta give credit to Phil for giving me a couple of breaks there, and of course Kyle for lifting just a tiny bit where we had a close call on the front straight. And just kind of goes back to, you know, those guys, they would lift for a few laps, get their temps a bit lower, where they just had so much more speed for another lap, and made the runs really big. So yeah, and of course, you know, credit to everyone coming out and making this another massive SOF for us.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row, 5K plus strength of field. So again, thanks to everybody in the community. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, guess hung out with Phil, Adam, Alexis, and Alex for most of the race, and unfortunately some of them got taken out in Iraq there, but glad we could somewhat work together there. Alexis and Phil and myself, and kind of got us solid finishes and hung on and survived.
Well, congratulations on yet another win here in the IndyCar Oval Series. And we will catch you at the next one, which is one of your tracks, Indianapolis. So we expect to see you there, but we'll see you in a week or so when we get to Indy. But in the meantime, congratulations and enjoy this one.
Yep, thanks guys. Take care.
Well, Lewis, a bit of an interesting race, a little bit of everything. Excuse me. It's an interesting race. We once again see that when an incident happens on the self-cleaning banks here of Dover, that everything goes to the bottom. And I think by instinct, a lot of drivers try to go to the bottom, and those drivers as a process get collected in an incident. A couple of, not a couple, but a whole host of big names got caught up in that incident. And but we look at the front, and one of the regular champions here in the series led every single lap, started from the pole, and got the win in a pretty dominant day for Robert Malechka.
Yeah, so it was a tough race because I see many people in chat. It's not the chat in YouTube, in chat of in Discord, kind of disappointed for everything. Murphy with Collins, everybody on Pablo, blaming him about what he did. And it's a race deal, but at the same time, it's like, you've lap down, you have a problem with the internet, so I think it's better to pull out, and that's cost Pablo the race. So and also cost going to the 5th place on the championship. I know it's 4 weeks now, but we have 4 to go. He's on the run in the championship. So. Robert again going for the championship, remain the championship like a loss. Actually, he didn't lose. He's just focused on something more important than the Pixel Series, the Pro Series for sure.
And the Pro Series, yeah.
Now he's come back to remain or gain the championship for maybe how many times. So was very interesting race today, and I hope next one on Indianapolis with Campbell around could be win the second one to going to the third one on Pocono.
Yep. Yep, Pocono.
So, it's gonna be interesting because it's getting more spicy around, especially with this track. So everybody's getting spicy. And for sure, it's something we have to watch out in the next one in Indianapolis.
Yeah, and everyone very passionate about their sim racing, and sometimes our tempers get the best of us sometimes. And I know it's some people hate to say this, that sometimes it's just a game. Even although iRacing will debate that this is a simulation, at the grand scheme of things, it is good to be racing with mostly like-minded people that are all IndyCar fans out there that are just as passionate about IndyCar racing as we are, and it's just good to be here and have good quality, skilled individuals racing on this strength of field race just every week. So I know people get upset, but in the grand scheme of things. It was, really a good time, should be had by all, and just keep that in mind at the end of the day.
And also, thank you for all of you guys to be here. Really, really, we didn't expect to be that field in this track. Big field. Really.
Yeah. This could very easily been a drop week for a lot of people, and they showed up. So thank you to everybody in the community for showing up. So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium from Dover. Robert Malechka led them all, gets the win. PK finishes second. Alexis Newsom, a double podium week for Alexis. She comes home third. Podium at Kansas, and then a podium here at Dover. And you can't get any more vastly different tracks. Join us again next week for Round 5, Week 5 of Season 1 of 2025 of the IndyCar Oval Series. Tuesday night top split as we head back to the world's greatest race course, my hometown, Indianapolis Motor Speedway for Round 2 of the P1 Triple Crown Challenge. Can Brian Campbell get a little redemption for tonight and win the second crown jewel? We'll tune in to find out. Coverage begins around 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. Again, that's 7:15 p.m. Eastern. As always, for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything right here on YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Hey, we love bringing these races to you, but not easy. We require time and money to produce. Because of your generosity and donations, We've been able to bring you IndyCar Oval action nearly sponsor-free. Well, if you share our passion for the sport of IndyCar, we know you do, and enjoyed our coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, please take time to visit our GoFundMe page. The link is in the description, and donate to our 2025 broadcast fund. We realize times are tough, so any contribution would be greatly appreciated. Remember, we do this for free for the community, on behalf of the community, because, hey, we're fans just like you. We thank you for watching and making us a part of your Tuesday evenings each and every week. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe. And while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so you'll miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including tomorrow night, round 1 of Season 7 of the Formula Indy Series from Fuji. That's tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It should be in the booth. Myself and Steven Larkamp, he should be making his return, but we will have LGN on standby just in case due to Steven's job and weather conditions and everything. You never know. So just in case, there'll be a couple of, we'll have LGN on standby. So 3-day duty for LGN, Monday, Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. Are you ready for it, LGN?
I am ready.
So that's tomorrow night at 7:30, round 1 of the Formula Indy Series. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook or follow them on Twitter and Instagram. The links are in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at P1, I'm Gary Gatto saying all good night and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week in Indy for the next race of the IndyCar Oval Series. Tuesday night top split on P1. Good night, everybody.